Hi everyone, we are going to be using this awesome resource which is the Sunshine Coast Marine Turtle Nest Monitoring website, and it gives us a great idea about where the turtle nesting is happening in our own local area. For this task, your teacher would have given you this activity sheet, or if they haven't, they will be. And this is where you need to record down information from this website. We're going to then be turning it into an Excel spreadsheet and practicing our data validating that we've been working on. So on this website, you will see that there's all these different numbers and symbols and all interesting sorts of things. Over here you can see that there's a legend and it explains what each of those symbols actually stands for. Okay, I can also zoom in and zoom out on my map. For your task, you're going to be recording down any turtle sightings or nests that have happened along the coast from Currimundi Lake here, Currimundi Creek, all the way down just past Dicky Beach and onto Moffat Beach. So we'll stop before you get to Shelley Beach. Now, for the task, you're only just recording down the first 10 sightings. Okay, so you should be able to get at least 10. You might not even make it down to Dicky Beach, but see how you go. So what you'll do is you'll click on one of the icons. As I can see, there's one just hidden underneath here. I can zoom in a bit closer if I want to see it up a bit closer. Okay, here it is here. So I know that reading the legend here that it's a loggerhead and it was a turnaround. So I'm going to click on the actual turtle and it will give me the data I need to record. Now it's got a whole lot of information here, but all you need to record down on your sheet is the event date. Now you might notice there's something a bit different about this date. It's got 12/31/2017. Now I don't know about you, but there's no 31 month in the calendar. So this must mean it is an American system where they put the month, the day, then the year. On your sheet when you record it, make sure you switch that around. So on your sheet you would have the 31st of the 12th, which is December 2017. This species is a loggerhead. The observation was a turnaround and the locality was Currimundi. So once you've recorded that down, you can just close it down and then move on to the next icon. Okay, I can see that this is an orange circle, which means it's a loggerhead nest. So I can click on that and record the data that I need. Once again, remembering with the event date, you're turning it around to be the 27th of the 1st, 2018. Okay, I'm going to close that down. All right, have fun recording your data. Hello. Hopefully your teacher has given you this worksheet. Now you may be with a partner or working by yourself. So what you're doing today is you are taking some data that you've collected from a website and you're going to be representing it in your own spreadsheet. Now for this task, you only need to collect data on the first 10 turtles that you come across. You need to collect the event date, the species, the observation, and also the locality. Underneath, you will have the steps on how to do the data validation. But before we even get to that, you will need to know how to set up your spreadsheet. So I'm assuming that you've already filled this sheet in with your data. I'm going to come down to the Windows icon and we are choosing Excel. Now that that's open, I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Now I want my spreadsheet to look attractive and not just have data in there. So I'm going to create a title. To do that, I'm going to hold my mouse down on A1 and I'm going to drag all the way across to D1 and down to D2. I lift my mouse button up and I'm going to click on this one here, Merge and Center. Now what that does is it merges all my cells and it also gives me a nice blank space to work with. I'm going to be changing my font size. I can even change what type of font that I use, and I can even add a background. So inside I'm going to type Sunshine Coast Turtle Data. You can title yours however you would like. Now I'm thinking that might even look a little bit big, so I'm going to highlight it and make it just a little bit smaller. Okay, up to you how you want to have it. Now underneath, we're going to type number. Then our next one was event date. Then we have observation. Oh, sorry, it was species. Observation. And I also have locality. Now, as you can see, observation and event date have kind of disappeared. Now, there's a couple of things you can do to make sure that you can see all the text in the cell. I can move the boundary by holding my mouse down and moving it across like this. Or alternatively, I can hold my mouse in between the two cells that I want adjusted, and I can double click and it will automatically adjust it to the right size depending on what is in that column. It works for the row as well. Okay, can you go away and set up your data spreadsheet ready to enter your data? Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you have this all set up ready to go. Now I've noticed that my title hasn't quite reached across as far as I was anticipating. I can even extend that further, so I can hold my mouse down, highlighting the title cell that I've already created and the two extra cells. I can click on merge and center and it's created that. So what that's done now is it's brought back all those cells. So it's undone everything that I've done. So I can then click on it again and it will merge it again for me. Okay, so if you're a bit fussy like me and you like things to look nice, then you might want to do that as well. Okay, next thing. Before I go entering in data, I want to do some validating. Now, with the number, that's pretty easy. I'm just going to type in our numbers 1 to 10 because that's what we added for our data. Oops. Okay, and 10. All right. Now you need to follow the instructions on how to validate the date. What you need to do is select the cells that you want validated. So I want underneath the title, I want all this area validated. I'm going to come up to data up the top. I'm going to click on data validation. When it comes up, it's already on the settings tab for me. From the drop down, I'm going to choose date. Now last time we used this, we kept it at between, but this time we're going to do greater than. So we're going to choose greater than the 1st of the 1st, 2017. Now you can put an input message by clicking on the input tab so that people know exactly what information they need to put in. I might say enter date after the 1st of the 1st, 2017, and I can click OK. Now all of this is validated. Now that's really important that you remember that you've actually highlighted all the cells that you want validated, because if I just validate one cell, it won't work for the other ones. Let me test it out. So I've got the 1st of the 3rd, 2018. Let's say put that in and it should be fine. And it's all set it up nicely for me. Let me see if I put in the wrong date, if it will reject it. Okay, let's say I do 2015. Oh, this value does not match the data validation restrictions defined for this cell. So turns out it has worked, so I can only enter in a date that comes after the 1st of the first 17. All right, can you have a go at doing that now? All right, welcome back. Hopefully you've entered in your event date and Excel has automatically formatted for you. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a drop-down list for species. To do that, I need to set my list up first. So on the data sheet, there's the option of either a loggerhead or a green turtle. So I can create my list anywhere. But for this activity, I'm going to create another spreadsheet and include it on there. So to create another sheet, so this is like another page in your book, I'm going to click on this plus sign down the bottom. And I can see that it says sheet 2. All right. In column A, I'm just going to start in A2. I'm going to type in loggerhead because that's my first option, and green as the second option. Now I've got my list set up ready to go. I'm going to click back on sheet number 1. Now, once again, I need to highlight the cells that I want my validation to work for. I click on data up the top, and then I come to data validation. It's on input message tab. I need to click on settings. I come down to the drop down. This time I'm choosing list. From the list, I come over here and there's a little icon on the source. I'm going to click on this, and it's wanting me to select the cells that have the list. Now I've got the list on sheet number 2, so I'm going to click on sheet number 2. Now I hold my mouse button down. I can choose the first cell as well, even though it doesn't have anything in it, or you could just choose loggerhead and green. It's up to you. And once I've done that, I just have to click enter on my keyboard, and it has automatically recorded the cells with the answers or the possible answers I could have. See, it gives you a bit of a hint here. It's on sheet number 2 and it's got a few different weird symbols and things in there. Now I can also put an input message in here. I'll just ignore the title. I'm just going to say choose from the list, and I'll click OK. And you'll see an arrows come up here because as I'm entering my data, I need to choose from the list. So I can tap again. All right. Now you can see it's kind of pushing in over to observation. So I can come up here, double click, and it automatically adjusts so that I can see all of the text in the cell. All right, have fun doing that. All right, so I've started to enter in my data. One of the best things about a drop-down list is instead of me always just clicking and choosing as I'm entering my data, I can actually just type in the first letter and it will automatically come up for me. So if I had green, I could type in the green. Okay, whoop, it obviously doesn't like that. Okay, and I'll choose L and loggerhead comes up. Let me see if green's going to work this time. There we go, it's worked that time. Not sure why it didn't work the last time. Okay, so let's say I've entered in my data, and I think for us most of it was the loggerhead turtle. Now, your task is to create a list for observation and locality, and I want you to format these cells so that they have data validation. You can choose either possible answers that they type in, or you can have the drop-down list. It's up to you how you want to do that. Okay, have fun, and I look forward to seeing how well you are, how good you are at validating your data. Bye for now.